fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. Today I have a post-completion / finish review of my Sweetie Kit by Oroloa. So I will put a picture over there of the original artwork, and I have my logbook here so that I can give you all the details. So this is my fancy dancy logbook that I made myself. So it's just kind of cobbled together with this disc system, and I use sheets from another page, and then I've printed out this page, which is where I track all the information, and then I have all of my time that I track here, and this is where I keep all of the ones that I'm working on or have finished or whatnot. So this was a 45 by 45. That is the field size. It is a full square partial with 46 colors. It did have the DMC color on its key. It's poured glue. I would call it intermediate. I ordered it on 8/3 and I received it on 8/20. I didn't start it until 9/30 and I finished it on 11/8. So have no idea when you're going to see this video, but after 11/8, I'm assuming. So it cost me $47.47. I think the price when I looked, and I'll put a link in the description below to the website where I got the canvas, I think it's listed at $47. So it may have been a little bit less when I bought it. I don't think that included any shipping, but I did have to pay exchange fees because they're located in Canada and or France. So because I'm in the US, I had to pay a little bit extra for that. So yeah, it took me 33 hours and 59 minutes, and you can see here where I tracked all of my time. And I keep track of my time because, well, one, because I wanted to, and two, because I'm also doing some other project, and I'll explain that later in a different video. But so for me, well, I'll show you the canvas, and then I'll tell you a couple of things. The first one was that in this canvas, and I think in one of the whip and chats that I did with this, and if I can find it, I'll put a card up there. One of the things for me was the canvas colors didn't match the drill colors, which is not unusual, but it made it hard sometimes to figure out what drill I was looking for, because the symbol on my canvas was a different color than the symbol on my stickers, because the symbol on the canvas was different than the symbol and color on the schematic. So the drills were nice and they were pretty tightly fitting, but then I ran into some issues with drills possibly popping. So I'm going to show you the canvas and we'll discuss. So ta-da, here it is. And let me see if I can back you out a little bit so you can see the whole thing here. So I, first of all, love this image. I think the little headdress just looks amazing. I love kind of all the clouds back in the background, the little wolf here off to the side. I think this little face is just adorable with the war paint. All the feathers were amazing. Now, this kit had 2 ABs, and that was this kind of yellowish AB right here that runs through the headdress, and then this AB back here that ran through these blue feathers every once in a while, and these feathers out here, and then there's a few right here you can see, a few scattered over here, and in the eyeball here. And I have seen someone else finish this where they went back and added in multiple ABs, and I think the 310 ended up being one. I don't know. I was curious if the other kits where they added in the ABs reduced the number of drills, because this had 46 colors. And in the one that I saw where, like she said, the 310 had been replaced, and basically the entire outline of the face looked like it was in 310 and ABs, which my face outline is in a bunch of different colors, so I found that interesting. I was not a fan of, for me, 310 ABs are a little bit weird. I mean, I like ABs, but I think black is one of those colors that, you know, you want it to fade in and be in the shadows. And when you do ABs in that color, that just brings attention to them. And so for me, like having this outlined in all ABs, 310 ABs, would have accentuated this line here, which is really not what you want. You want the line to delineate the face from the background, but you don't want it to be the thing that draws your attention. You want the face to be the thing that draws your attention. And so that to me was a little bit weird. So I was glad I only had the two ABs. I think they were plenty, and I think they work really well where they were. Now, I will say a couple of the lighter colors, which was interesting to me because typically I have issues with the darker colors, but this pink, and it was the question mark symbol, so can I tell which DMC that is? Let's see if I can find it on here. Nope, maybe 3689, maybe. Is that, let me peel the washi tape back a little bit here because I can't see it. Yeah, 3689. This pink color, and some of them I went through and pulled out a lot. I probably need to go back and do it again because now that I'm looking at it, I can see even more. So let me bring this closer and see if you can see. In this section right here, you can see, of course, my drill work is not the greatest, but some of that is because they have little tabs on them. And because it's such a light color, they were hard to see until after the drills were placed. And now that I'm looking at it at a weird angle, it's hard to find them, but let me lay it flat and find some because I just saw them. Okay, so like this one right here, where there's a gap, it's because there's, now I can see there's like a little tab on the bottom side of the drill. So it keeps this drill down here from getting a whole lot closer. And I was running into issues with things not fitting and things popping because of that. And so I have gone back and tried to pull out, like up here, the drill work is much better because I went back and tried to pull out anything like that. But then I also had issues with this purple, this light purple as well. Have drills that pop up. Now, I have gone over this canvas with a rolling pin, a heavy marble rolling pin, and I'm still having issues up here with the drills kind of popping out. So now, they're not popping out hugely, and so I think it would be fine if I was going to be framing it. I'm not going to be framing this one, but if you were, then it would probably be fine. And it's only certain drills. And while the drills were fairly good quality, I still ran into some issues where, you know, when you run your hand over it, like I can feel right there, there's one, and it feels like it's popping out. But when I go back into it with my pen, it's not really popping out. It's actually taller. So like the drill itself is bigger, and when it's, you know, when it's wider, then you notice it in your tray. When it's just taller, sometimes it's hard to tell that the drill is a little bit taller than the others. And so it's much more noticeable when you're going over it with your fingers that the drills might be popping than it is when you're, you know, and I mean, I could hear them clicking into place when I was going over it with the roller, but yeah. And I mean, mine is just going to go in my portfolio. So I did enjoy working on this canvas. But I would just say, and I bought this, you know, back in August. So they were just starting out. So maybe, you know, these are issues that are not a problem anymore. And not that they were a problem per se, just that I was really impressed with the drills. And then once I realized I was having issues with these tabs, I was like, ugh. So I still need to go back. And now that I'm looking at this, I thought I'd gotten most of these, but I'm finding a couple more that I probably should pull out and replace before I dekit everything, just to make it a little bit nicer. But I just love this image, and I think the charting was done really well, like I said. I love this little face here with the, seeing those right there kind of feel like they're popping. So, and again, I think that one is just taller than the others. So anyway, I love how the face turned out. I love the little star here and the feathers as they come off. And then all of these feathers. It really was fun to work on. A pretty, I was going to say it's a simple image. It's not really a simple image. It's cute, but there is a lot of detail and probably more confetti than I realized, which seems kind of crazy now that I'm looking at it, because of course all this is confetti, this is confetti. The feathers is quite a bit of confetti, because you know it doesn't, when you first look at it, you don't realize it, but I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different colors just in this little section here. So, but because it's kind of a pattern, it wasn't as annoying. And then there was quite a bit of color blocking over in this area. So, yeah, all in all, I'm really happy with it. Definitely would purchase from them again as a company. I like that when they give you the size, the 45 by 45, that is the size of the drill field, not the size of the canvas. I like that you get the schematic on both sides. I like that even for this size, you get a nice variety of colors. 46 is a lot of colors for the size of this, so I was happy with that. And the DMC numbers are included, always a bonus for me because I keep my spares. And I think they did a really good job on the charting compared to the original image. And I will, if I can figure out how, I'll do a side-by-side and put the original image over here and then the finished canvas over here. And I think that it turned out really well. You know, a lot of times you'll get a canvas and once you're done working it, it's just not up to par with the original image. I think this one really was. I think it turned out really well. Issues with the drills notwithstanding. And yeah, so let me zoom you in and let you look at some of the drill work. Now, don't mind that it's not all completely straight. That's all on me. So, but you know, there's quite a bit of confetti right here in the hair. And this, I just love how the eyeball turned out. I think that looks really good. And then the war paint here on the face. And I love this little like checkerboard with the kind of freckles looking here. And I really like the colors. This cotton candy pink, oops, you can't see that. This cotton candy pink over here, I think was my favorite color out of all of them. But again, these ABs that you can see right here, in the eyeball here, and then through the feathers here, I think those just added so much to the canvas. And yeah, I am super impressed with how well this turned out. And again, this little star here with the feathers kind of hanging down. It's always funny to me, you know, when you're diamond painting and you're so up close like this, it's kind of hard to tell the details when you just have a small section and then you back out and all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, now I get it. So yeah. So there is my Sweetie by Oroloa, Island of Arts. And again, I will put a link in the description below so that you can check it out yourself. But yeah, I'm super happy with this canvas. Again, my issues with some of the drills notwithstanding, I just need to be better about sorting them and paying more attention when I'm placing. So, but yeah, super happy with how this turned out. So, going to be adding this to my portfolio and pulling it out so people can see what an awesome job this turned out to be. So I might actually frame this and give it to my daughter. This is very much her style, and I'm going to check with her and see if she wants it first, though. I kind of bought it with her in mind. I mean, I liked the image, but I bought it with her in mind. So we'll see if she wants it. If she does, she can have it and I'll frame it and give it to her. Otherwise, it's going to go in my portfolio with all my other finished projects. And I have another finish for my 2021 spreadsheet. So yeah, guys. And like I said, it took right at 34 hours of work. So pretty standard for me. I probably could have finished it faster day-wise if I had worked on it more consistently. So, but you know, if you don't track your time and you're just doing it for enjoyment's sake, then have at it. I really enjoyed this canvas. So, and I know that Oroloa has some artists that I really like. I think this one was just one of their Oroloa Studio licensed ones, but I know they have, oh, and her name is going to escape me. It's the same artist that did my Licornet from Crafties, and I'll put a link to that one up there. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she does a lot of super cute pastel kind of pictures like this, and she's got like there's a witch one, I think, and a black cat one that I thought were super cute. And they've added some more of her work, so I need to go back and check it out myself and see if there's anything that I want to order. But yeah, so as always, guys, before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That helps me out as well. And hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads like these. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.